Hello and welcome to final lesson number 3, where I will share with you how you can best use and utilize the guidebook I put together for you. As I say, with every single a la carte class, I am very purposeful and strategic. It's the way the guidebook is put together, even the way I break down questions, all have a premise. In your guidebook, you have questions that are broken into 3 categories: healing your inner child, exploring your inner child, and integrating your inner child. The reason why they're split into 3 categories is because not everybody has a wounded inner child that needs healing. Not everybody needs to explore their inner child, and not everybody needs to integrate it. You may be at a different stage of your life. You may have a need to explore or integrate later in life, or maybe in a different season, it may come up for you. So I wanted to cover different elements of inner child and different domains of inner child energetic existence within us. So for that reason, you have 3 different domains. The questions within each domain, look at the questions. They're not meant to be worked through 1 all the way to 10 or 13 questions. They're meant for you to look at and cherry pick from each category. Cherry pick, I would encourage you, questions that are immediately jump out at you and you are eager to explore. Cherry pick questions that jump out at you and you are incredibly resistant to. Chances are both of those polarities are going to give you something really rich to explore. They're going to have lessons within themselves. They're bearing gifts for you to dive in. So that's how I would recommend. This guidebook is meant for you to return to. This is meant to be a toolkit with your decks for you to be able to dive into. Now, you have, as always, with all of my a la carte classes, everybody gets a master key spread. A master key spread, if you may already know because you've taken more than 1 a la carte class from me, and those who don't know, so it might be a little repetitive for some of you. Master key spread is a universal key spread. Think about like a universal keys that can unlock any door. This spread was initially created by Anna Cordes, and then I modified it and made it even more my own. It meant to be a universal key for any one of the questions you have in your guidebook. So any one of the 40 questions you have, it will unlock any one of those things. It is meant to take you deeper into each one of the questions. It's also a fantastic spread for you to use with any questions in your life. It's a fantastic spread for you to use with any, if you do professional readers, with your clients. It's great. I find this to be my workhorse. After this master spread, you have 4 very specific spreads I have created for you. The first one is healing your inner child. If you're working on wounded aspects of inner child, this is a great spread that will help you understand how you can help your child self-soothe, what tools you can give your child, how can you heal it as adult, how can you nurture and support it as an adult, kind of like parenting your inner child. So this is your healing inner child spread. Then you have a freedom to be spread. As I said, a lot of times we can get too in the shadow part of the inner child, too much into this control, discipline, things being very severe, very serious. This helps you to explore where in your life you are too much in the shadow part of yourself. How is this holding you now from being truly who you are, from expressing who you are? So this is freedom to be spread. Then you have embrace your childish side spread. So now that you find out how you're maybe too controlling, this helps you move closer to that fun, joyful, mischievous, childish, playful part of yourself as adult. So this is meant to help you to pull it into your adult and integrate it into your adult. As I said, we would not be here if we didn't implement self-care. Self-care is going to be so crucial, not only for those of you who are doing healing inner child work, but self-care is going to be very, very crucial for a lot of you who are also just doing this work in general. Because as I say, resistances come up with all of us when we do inner work. So self-care is going to be essential. This spread specifically helps you to identify how are the things going for you to identify where you may need self-care, in which domain, how to implement it in your life. Please, especially if you're doing inner child healing work, if you're working on your wounded inner child, do not disregard self care. Pace yourself, allow yourself time to breathe. Remember, you are now being a parent, a healthy mirror to a parent to a child that has been wounded, perhaps even by a parent that has been wounded by adults. It feels mistrustful and scared and terrified. And so you yourself, the parent, will need self care because seeing part of your innocence in so much pain is very, very difficult. Pace yourself with this guidebook. All of my a la carte classes come with a ton of questions. I again, I'm very purposeful when I sit down and I create questions. I'm very mindful of not giving you questions that you may have come across before, questions that are maybe a little bit too like general. I'm always aiming to create questions that not only different but always have a backbone of psychology behind it to take you deeper with your tools to help you explore yourself, to help you learn about yourself. So this is the best way you can take advantage of the guidebook. Again, explore, cherry pick, navigate. You may find out you thought you had a wounded inner child and you don't. You may find out the opposite is true. Take your time and don't forget to have fun. This is supposed to be fun. This inner child work. So smile, have fun, show up, not being so serious. Just show up your playful self. A lot of times when I do inner child work, I dress super comfortably. I just feel very, just allow myself to do whatever I want to do. I have a little bit fun with it. So you need to bring that element into this work as well. I really hope you're going to have a ton of fun. I really hope you experience a lot of growth, a lot of exploration. I'm very honored and incredibly grateful you have taken this class from me and trusted me to some extent to help you navigate these waters. I wish you all of the best. Those of you who do have deeply wounded inner children, I wish you healing. I wish you joy. I wish you lots of happiness. And I wish you lots of compassion toward yourself. As always, thank you so very much. I would be very happy to connect with all of you on social media. And I wish you all of the best.